The truth is, millions of remote controls are thrown away every year, and that's incredibly wasteful. Hello everyone. In every home, you rely on different remotes every day. Over time, they start to weaken and suddenly stop working. Air conditioner remotes are no exception. Sometimes the problem is as simple as a dead battery. Today, I'm going to show you an easy way to bring them back to life. So stay until the end, you won't be disappointed. Let's start with a basic check. Take the remote and remove the batteries. Don't assume they are dead just by looking at them. Use a multimeter and measure the voltage on both batteries. Place the probes on the positive and negative ends. Hold them steady for a clear reading. You'll notice something important. There is little to no voltage left. That confirms the problem is coming from the batteries. This is a simple diagnostic step, but it prevents unnecessary work. Instead of opening the entire remote, you focus on the real cause. Now here's the situation. You need the remote to work immediately, but you don't have the correct batteries available. This is where a temporary solution comes in. Take 2 button cell batteries. These are smaller, but they still provide voltage. The challenge is size and contact. To solve that, take a piece of heat shrink tubing. Place both button cells inside, aligned in series. This means the positive side of one touches the negative side of the other. This setup increases the voltage to match what the remote needs. Apply heat using a lighter. Move the flame carefully around the tubing. You'll see the tubing shrink and tighten around the batteries. This step holds them firmly in place and prevents movement. Once it cools down, trim any excess material and apply a bit more heat to seal it. And you have a compact battery pack. But there's still a gap. The remote battery slot is designed for a longer cylindrical battery. This is where a simple material becomes useful. Take a pencil and measure it against the length of the battery slot. Cut 2 pieces, one slightly shorter, one matching the full length. The graphite core inside the pencil conducts electricity. Sharpen both ends of each piece. It's not as efficient as metal, but it works well enough for low current applications, like a remote. This is a simple bridge. Test the button cell batteries using the multimeter. Confirm they provide stable voltage. I know a lot of you are experienced and creative, so leave your best tips in the comments and share the knowledge with everyone. Insert the battery pack into the remote. Use the shorter graphite piece to connect the battery terminal to the contact point. In the other slot, place the longer piece to bridge the gap between the terminals. Make sure everything sits firmly. Press a button on the remote. The air conditioner responds. At this moment, you know the circuit inside the remote is still working. The issue was only the power source. This temporary fix gives you immediate use. But instead of stopping here, let's take it further. Now I'm going to bring the original batteries back to life. Take an old phone charger and cut the end of the cable. Strip the insulation to expose 2 wires. These wires will act as a low current supply. Take the first dead battery and use tape to secure the wires onto the terminals. Make sure the polarity is correct. Positive to positive, negative to negative. This step is important. Reversing polarity can damage the battery. What happens here is a small current flows into the battery. It doesn't fully recharge it like a proper charger, but it provides enough energy to reactivate the chemical process inside. Leave it connected. At the same time, prepare the second method. Take a cup and add some salt. Pour in warm water and stir until it dissolves. This creates an electrolyte solution. Place the second battery into the solution. Watch closely. After a short time, you'll see bubbles forming. The water may start to change color slightly. This indicates a chemical reaction. The salt water allows ions to move, helping restore some balance inside the battery. It's not a full recharge, but it can recover a small amount of usable energy. While waiting, keep observing both setups. The first method slowly feeds current into the battery. The second method uses a chemical environment to stimulate the internal structure. After about 2 hours, disconnect everything. Take the battery from the charger setup and remove the tape. Take the battery from the salt water and dry it completely. Use a piece of sandpaper to clean the terminals on both batteries. This removes oxidation and improves contact. Test both batteries again with the multimeter. You'll see a clear difference. There is measurable voltage now. This means both methods have worked. At this point, you have 2 usable batteries again. Take a moment to think about what happened here. Instead of throwing away the remote or the batteries, you identified the real problem. You used simple materials to create a temporary solution. Then you restored the original batteries using 2 different methods. Each step builds on the previous one. The graphite works as a conductor because of its structure. The charger provides controlled current. The salt water acts as an electrolyte to support ion movement. Take a cloth and spray a small amount of WD-40 onto it. Wipe down the remote control. Focus on the battery contacts and the outer surface. WD-40 helps remove dirt and improves electrical contact. From a completely non-working remote, you now have a functional device again. Insert the restored batteries back into the remote. Close the cover and press a button. The air conditioner turns on. These are simple principles, but when combined, they become very useful. Now you have more than just a working remote. You have a method you can apply again in the future. And just like that, the job is done. If you found this method useful, don't forget to give this video a like and share it with someone who might need it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.